Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be reviewing the Everlast C3 Pro Lace-Up Training Gloves in 14 ounce. I was fortunate enough to get these from a buddy of mine to train with and use them and give them my review on these gloves. I've seen these gloves from Everlast fairly recently. I know these are probably new within the last year or so, separate from their Protex line as well as their MX line and the others. So I wanted to see what they're all about and give them a shot. So I've used these mostly just for heavy bag and mitt training. Have not sparred in them, but use them enough to know the comfort level of these, the quality, the pros and cons of these gloves. Just to go over the quality of the gloves, these are a 100% leather glove. Although around the wrist area, it looks like they're using some kind of pleather, fake leather that they use around the wrist area. These are not the kind that you find at like Dick's Sporting Goods or any of those other sporting goods store. These are a little bit a notch up from those. So they do have the Evercool lining on the inside. Keeps your wrist nice and cool. It has a little tag right there. Obviously I got the lace-up versions. You have these the perforated wrist to vent out for cooling, and then you have the cooling. You have this mesh palm inside where the grip thumb is at, and then the top area where the fist is at and the top of the hand, and the thumb is all leather. So the construction of the glove is okay. Like some of the other Everlast products that I've seen and I've reviewed with the Protex glove, the stitching's not the best. You can see along right here, just the stitching is kind of uneven, kind of messy. Some threads popping out. Just over time, just some of the threads will be coming out along. The thumb attachment area, you can see how the stitching was done there. Doesn't look very good. And again, Everlast, these are mass-produced gloves, so you're going to get, a lot of these gloves are not going to be like, Winnings or Reyes gloves where everything is handmade and hand-stitched, so you have that a level, or should I say attention to detail, that level of detail that you get in those gloves. So as far as putting the gloves on and comfort level, I think the gloves fit pretty decently, although the wrist could be a lot better. As you can see, the wrist is kind of flimsy. It doesn't offer a lot of security. So when you lace these gloves up, you'll probably have to tape them off if you really want to get some good protection for your wrist, so you don't tweak your wrist by hitting the bag or whatnot. The knuckle protection is actually really nice. They use that same C3 foam that the Protex does. So they use the same quality foam that you have in the Protex glove. So really nice for hitting the bag. You can really make good contact and really put power into your punches. That way you're not afraid of injuring your knuckles or injuring your hand. So that's kind of a nice thing. I did find that the glove felt a little awkward putting my hand in it at first. That slowly broke in. The other area that I thought was kind of a pitfall with these gloves was this thumb area. It's a little bit tight, so the stitching on here, when your hands are all wrapped up and you put these gloves on, it's kind of tight, so it made my thumb a little sore in that respect. So, but overall, the gloves are pretty comfortable. You can make a great fist with it. You can make good contact. The two negatives about the glove would be the thumb area right here, how it kind of pinches down, and then the actual wrist protection is a little on the downside. So if they can fix those two things, that would make it a really nice glove. Protection is nice on it. Quality is okay. I mean, just kind of the standard with every other Everlast product. It's not exactly the best quality, but it is what it is. Kind of a mass-produced glove. Yeah, I mean, the gloves, I think these go for, $75 to $99. I honestly wouldn't pay that much. I would probably wait for these things to go onto sale to get them for cheaper. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about these gloves, feel free to ask. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, one last thing I wanted to tell you was just, and it's not a big deal, but I noticed that the logo on these aren't centered. Not a big deal. It doesn't mean anything other than just the aesthetics of it. And I noticed that the logo on the other glove was crooked as well, so they're not centered. Just a little attention to detail things that I like to mention. So if you guys have any questions, man, feel free to ask and let me know what you think.